Well, I'm swapping bikes. Well, for the week anyways. This last weekend I dropped the PanAm off at the dealership. It's way overdue for a 15,000 mile service. There's also a PCM update that needs to get done. They're ordering the rails for the back that the recall is on, and they're going to do some checks and see if they come up with what all these assorted wandering codes I've been getting on the bike is, and the not starting stuff is. Although I got a feeling that the flash update's going to take care of a lot of that. In the meantime, I'm going to be riding my trusty old CrossBones to work every day. I actually don't mind riding it. It's a nice bike. I like them both. They're two completely different animals. The PanAm is more nimble, quick, exciting, zipping in and out of places, and doing the kind of stuff that kind of gets me in trouble. This thing here, it's slower, a lot more stable, more deliberate. It's a whole lot easier to ride recently around here because it seems like half the city is under construction during rush hour now, and they got all these various lanes closed down to a single lane. This thing here is a whole lot easier riding down the road at walking speed than the PanAm is. Probably because it's so slow and such a low center of gravity. It's kind of funny riding around though after spending a week on the PanAm and a week on this commuting back and forth to work. You notice there's a lot of differences. I get just about as many people waving at me either way. It's just different people. When I'm riding the PanAm, a lot of Harley folks don't seem to wave at me, but a lot of non-Harley folks do. And that one Jeep guy. There's a Jeep guy that always gives me a wave. He's got a orange CJ model, so I make a point of waving at him every time I see him too. I mean, why not? Just being friendly. When I'm riding this, a lot of the folks that wave at me on the PanAm don't wave at me anymore. But a lot of the people on the Harleys that didn't wave at me start waving at me. Not sure what that means. I don't care. I'll wave at anybody that waves at me. It's a neat bike. This bike seems to draw a little bit more official attention than the PanAm does. And I find that kind of amusing because this bike here, I tend to ride a lot more deliberately, which means I'm not doing the kind of stupid things I do on the PanAm. So seems like the official type folks ought to be watching me more on the PanAm than this, but I guess it's a looks and reputation thing. That is one thing I noticed about the two bikes. There's a lot of comments and things like that. They're two different bikes, two different design philosophies. The PanAm is absolutely definitely form follows function, and you can tell it when you're riding it. This thing here, on the other hand, form is function. No doubt about it. Even though the PanAm handles better, is a lot faster every way around, there's just something about riding this around. I don't know, maybe it brings me back to the old days when I was young and dumb and riding around with cuts and colors and stuff like that, and I thought I was invincible. Well, them days are long gone. I ain't young anymore. But PanAm has its own moments too. When I was heading down to the dealership to drop it off, I stopped at a stop sign, and there was a mom and a little kid, and the little kid all of a sudden yanking mom's arm and yelling, "It's a pumpkin! It's a pumpkin!" I thought that was just absolutely hilarious. Even the mom, who was trying to look stern, was kind of half cracking a smile too. I don't know, that pumpkin thing is starting to catch on me. Maybe I'll have to find some actual pumpkin type of decals on the side or something like that, and peel off that electrical tape that I got doing the pumpkin grin down. It's kind of funny pulling up to the dealership too, because I still had all that electrical tape on, and I pulled up there and walked on in, and I was doing all the stuff at the service desk, and I noticed a few of the typical biker types were all walking up and kind of checking out the bike, and it was kind of funny looking at them. You know, they're checking it out. It's, you know, the worn out tires, kind of beat up guards on the radiator, the cracked front fender, and big silly jack-o'-lantern grins on the side made out of electrical tape. I bet they had no idea what to make out of it, but they were wandering off saying something about 15,000. I don't know if the comments were, you know, they've already put 15,000 miles on this thing, or he's beat the hell out of this thing at 15,000 miles. Well, whichever one it is, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll catch y'all later. When I swap this bike out for the other one, I'll let you know what's up. When I'm going to ride this one down here, this thing here sorely needs some service. It's sitting at 57,000 miles, and honestly, I don't remember the last time I serviced it. Hopefully it was somewhere around 50. I'm sure they'll know. They got some pretty extensive records on this. This is a bike that they rebuilt the transmission on when I blew it up on a iron butt ride. So it's a good bike though. Put a lot of hard bides on it as well. So anyway, that's it for now. I will let you all know here shortly what's up. Catch you later.